Hey guys, so I am making the quick cooker cheddar chicken broccoli risotto for supper tonight. Now that sounds like a mouthful because it is, but here's the good news is that it's super easy to make. And never in my wildest dreams would I have thought I'd be making risotto for supper quickly. But this bad boy, our quick cooker, allows that to happen. So I'm going to dive in and show you how to do this. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to you. So this is our quick cooker. I use this a lot, especially in the winter, to be honest. But even in the summer, I have a notorious habit of forgetting to take something out. This guy will cook chicken breasts in like 10 minutes from frozen. Anyway, it's a great thing. The book that it comes with, voila, tells you how to do that. But today, like I said, I am making this really family favorite for supper tonight. Whenever I ask Dina what she wants, this is usually on the list. So as you heard, he talked to me. So he's got lots of different programs to make it super easy for you to use. Sear, steam, slow cook. Yes, this is also a slow cooker. 2 tools in one. Great space saver. You can even proof your bread. Like, it does everything. I really, really like this guy. So to get started, we're going to start with some oil in here. I need to turn it to sear to get it started. And we'll just hit start. So I need 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, olive oil. You either tend to use olive or canola, depending. So 2 olive oil. I used our adjustable measuring spoon. It's great. Makes it super easy to use up and down. That back. Now, first things in there, so it was 2 tablespoons of that. First things in there are red pepper and onion. And I'm going to show you how to use our food chopper. It's one of my favorite. It's great for kids. It does come with the bottom part. Where is it? I often don't use it, so it's not usually put on. It does come with the bottom part, so you can chop right in it. But I typically tend to use one of our flexible cutting mats that come in 2 sizes. These are the large ones. These are great for prep because they fold up, put right into your dish. And this is the other size. If you just have something quick and little that you want to do, I use these all the time. So I'm going to do the onions right on here, 1/4 at a time. This is going to be noisy. Voila. And I do, because not everyone in my house loves onions, I tend to do them quite small. Because the flavor of onion is liked in this house. So to give you guys a sense of quality of our product, I've had this food chopper for over 20 years. And it literally comes apart so easily to wash. All pieces can go in the dishwasher. Span that apart to put it in the dishwasher. This guy, just want to make sure you get all the onions off. And then right around, you could also use the spatula, but my fingers work just as well. Either hand wash or in the dishwasher. Super easy. I'm gonna leave him there. Now, I happen to have red pepper already cut up in the fridge because I made something with red pepper earlier this week. And so I've learned the lesson when I'm cutting something up, cut extra, because I'm going to need it usually later in the week. So I've got that already done. So, is this heated up thing? Yep. So, watch this. Super simple. Right in there. Striper. You can see this, right? Yep. Again. I might need them again. Same thing with your red peppers. You could use the food chopper or the manual food processor. We have a couple of different tools depending on what you like. So those are going to sit there. And I'm going to get some garlic happening in there. It's garlic press. Definitely one of my favorite tools. And I'm going to show you why Pampered Chef one is awesome. Again, we like garlic, so I tend to pick the larger cloves. So do you notice that I haven't taken the peel off? This is our garlic press. One goes in there, right over my quick cooker, press down, this little tool that comes with them, can you see that? So you use the bottom part to scrape that off. And then, look, right out. If I didn't want to touch it with my hands, I didn't have to. The idea is that you don't have to have stinky hands with the garlic. That's 2. Right in there. And again, there's a little tool that if it doesn't come right out, you just go like this. And I find if your garlic's a bit older, sometimes you need to use a tool to get into the grooves, the little holes, to pop it out. Anyway, and for storage, the tool fits right in there. So, love my garlic press, use it all the time. It actually has me using fresh garlic more. So this guy is going to cook for like 2 or 3 minutes. I am going to set the timer. I say this all the time, but I get talking and I forget. Smells delicious. Alright, so I'm just going to set the garlic up here out of the way. And clean this out of here. Now, while that's happening, I am going to get the chicken ready to go in. So again, you never want to cross-contaminate. So I'm getting another one of these out. Some people use certain colors for certain things all the time. I just make sure that I really wash them well each time and never use the same for meat and vegetables. So our chef's knife is fantastic for this kind of stuff. We're going to cut this into bite-sized pieces, and I just want you to see, oh, there you go, you can see, yep, how easily this goes through. Right? This recipe calls for 1 pound of chicken, 1 pound of chicken, boneless, skinless. I find that 2 1/4 chicken breasts usually equals a pound, so I just went with the 2 for this one. And I froze the other 2, so they're ready to go for the next time I want to make this or something else with chicken. So we're cutting this into bite-sized pieces. Give this guy a stir so it doesn't burn. Bite-sized pieces. There we go. I want to use a rocking motion. And this last little piece. There's my bite-sized pieces with my chef's knife. Okay, so pop this over here, wash my hands really quick because of the chicken. Alright, give this another stir. You don't want your garlic to burn. You do want it to flavor the pot, right? So the other thing I need to do is get the rice. So this is the risotto rice. It's called arborio. I may not be saying that right. This is one brand that you can buy. It is in the rice section. And I need 1 cup of it. So I'm going to turn this off actually. Cancel. Okay. Closed up well. There we go. So 1 cup, I'm using our Easy Read measuring cups. They lay flat and you can see where you're to. So 1 cup of this. You get 4 of the measuring cups. 4, 2, 1, and then like 4 tablespoon measuring. So 4 come in the package. Just going to double check my recipe. I'm just going to put the rice in next and give that a little stir. Get that nicely combined. Sorry, the steel pot does get hot, so you just gotta not touch it. Alright, so let that sit there for a second. Now what goes in next is the chicken and the chicken broth. How much chicken broth do I need? 3 cups. So 3 cups of this. Again, I always use low sodium, whatever brand is on sale. So we're going to put, it's splashing on my face. That's always good. I try to do everything so quick, you see. So that's 2. And then one more. Here we go. I'm just gonna give that a quick stir. There we go. You want this one to be like well incorporated before we start the pressure cooking. And the chicken goes in now as well. So, in you go. No, stop. There we go. It's not being cooperative. There we go. Okay, all raw chicken things go to the sink. And grab another stirrer. I'm just going to double check that that's all that goes in before I turn it on. I think it is, but I just want to be sure. Mustard. There is one more thing. Anyway. So a little Dijon mustard, so you put in 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. So these are other kinds of measuring spoons that fit well into jars as well. Be a little generous. Put that in. Baba mustard. And we'll stir that up. Oh, it smells good already. Okay. So I'm going to grab the lid. So our quick cooker makes it super safe and super simple. If I can do it, you can do it. So it has, I should show you this, it has the open, the locked. This is the pressure indicator that comes up as it's fully pressurized. And these are your release valves. When we start, we want this to be flush, right? Because that's whenever I released it last time. So flush, and it needs to be lined up with this guy. So there's a little, looks like a wind symbol. It needs to be lined up. The 2 wind symbols need to be lined up. Couldn't be any easier. Well, I guess you could hire someone to do it for you. Anyway, so now we are going to turn it to the white rice setting, which is down here. And we're literally just going to hit start. So what happens now is this will come up to pressure, and then the amount of time, I think it's only 4 minutes for white rice, don't quote me. So we'll be able to see this guy rise, okay? And while this is doing its magic, we'll get the rest of the items ready for incorporation into the chicken and rice. Okay, so while that's happening, we're gonna grate some cheese. This is a great time to use the smaller flexible mat. It's sticky on one side, smooth on the other, so I'll be sticky side down. The way I always know is you can see the piece, see obviously the right way, but notice it won't slide on the counter, which I love. So for this recipe, you do need to use like a good, sharp, strong cheddar. I have some 5-year-old cheddar left over from Christmas that I'm trying to use up as well. So that's what I'll be using, and it's 2 ounces, no, 4 ounces. 4 ounces of the sharp cheddar. Our microplane grater, amazing for the cheese and other things. It adjusts, right? So there's a little guy here that you push and he comes down. He has certain spots that he'll stop at. But so if you wanted to grate right into your pot, you could. It's also good for washing. And then I actually, with the guard, because it is very sharp, I hang this over the edge of my utensil container at the end of the counter here for storage. So it stores super easy. All right, so we're gonna get 4 ounces, which is like half a cup of cheese. Oh, it does come with a guard. So if you want your kidlings or if you're nervous about grating your fingers, it does come with a guard where you can put the cheese into this block and grate comes up. I don't have time for that. So I just go like this. But you'll see it's really quick. That is definitely half a cup of cheese. Right. So, as you can see, it's really nicely fine, like, and it'll incorporate into the recipe really well. So I'm just going to set that aside. With the guard. Now I did measure out 2 ounces of cream cheese. That's going to go in at the same time as the cheese when this is done. This is still pressurizing. So I'm just going to set that over here. And then the broccoli. So, Basayo on broccoli. I'm just going to give this a quick open. using our kitchen shears. So guys, these are the best kitchen shears ever. They even twist off caps and they do other things here, but they come apart. So super easy for cleaning. I actually have to look at them to put them back together. And to be honest, I don't know about you, but scissors always seem to go missing in my house. So it's well known that these stay in my knife block. And if I can't find them, I get angry. But no one uses these except for in the kitchen. And so we need 2 cups of broccoli. Now, the one thing about this broccoli is it comes in quite large sizes. So I am going to cut those up a bit while this is still pressurizing. I can see the red guy coming up on the cooker, so it's almost to pressure. And I'm just going to take this guy. I'm going to grab another mat actually. Or actually, you know what? I'm just going to grab a bowl. Real-time cooking, man. Real-time cooking. Out of the dishwasher, clean. We'll just put this cheese in a bowl here. And I will cut this broccoli up a bit because we don't want big chunks of broccoli. You could use a manual food processor for this. Whatever. I don't mind chopping food. So whatever works best for you. Right? Sometimes just cutting the end off gets them into the right size pieces as well. So as you can see in the background probably, I work from home, and so what I love about the quick cooker is I can prep dinner and have it ready anytime. So if I have a break in my meetings, virtual meetings at this point, I can just whip it together and it stays incorporated really well. And the quick cooker function is pretty awesome. I'm going to be generous on the broccoli because we need to get our greens in. So there, that's that done. Chopped up. Oh, that one guy just looks too big. So chopped up and ready to incorporate when it's done pressurizing. All right, so what else do I have left to go in? We're going to finish this off with lemon. So I'm going to use the 1 cup measure, the citrus press. I had half a lemon left in the fridge because it just calls for half a lemon. If you plan your meals out, oh, this one's too big. If you plan your meals out, now I try to do this, I'm not going to say I do it all the time, but if you plan your meals out, you can make sure you're not wasting things, right? So I used the other lemon for another recipe I did this week. So that lemon was too big, so I just cut it in half a bit, and then you want to put it in so that the lemon side is down, and just come together on that. And then this guy, we'll put him in. So he's like that. It's also easier to do when you make them a bit smaller. He was just a gigantic lemon. So that goes in at the end. You can see that it caught the seeds, which is awesome. Love the citrus press. Citrus press and the garlic press, all that stuff can go in the dishwasher for easy cleanup. They also wash super easy, whatever works best for you. So I will be back when this is ready to be released. Okay, so now we are back with just under a minute left on the quick cooker. So I wanted you to see, I know you can see the red dot has popped up fully, and I don't know if you can see the display, but I think you can. It's counting down to 1 minute. What's wonderful also about the quick cooker is when it hits the 1 minute, it's of course going to make a sound, which you'll hear, but it automatically switches to warming. Because I don't know about you, but I can't always respond to a beep. There's the beep. So as you can see, the timer has gone to 000. It is switched to warming mode, and it'll start to count up. So when you come back, when you get to your quick cooker, you'll know how long it's been on warm. And as long as the lid is on and it's warm setting, it'll stay quite hot. When you take the lid off, it does cool down quite quickly, but this works well. The other thing I'll mention, this recipe doesn't call for it, but some recipes call for a natural release of the pressure, which means you let it just sit like this. So it'll tell you like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Most I've seen are 10 minutes of natural, and then you manually release it. So the natural release, you just let it sit for the 10 minutes, and this will start to count up. And manual release is what we're going to do now. And this is what a lot of people, including myself originally, are afraid of when it comes to quick cookers, is you hear stories of them blowing up or people getting burnt by the steam and all those kinds of good things. So see, there's that a minute. The Pampered Chef one is foolproof. If I can do it, you can do it. The one thing I will mention is I moved this from where I would normally use it on my everyday so that you can see. It is by my wood cupboard, so that's the only caution, is you want to make sure that you're not releasing the steam near something like that. I'm just going to move it forward. Sorry, that scared me a little bit. But you see, I didn't hurt myself. That was funny. Okay, real time. This is the release button. So you just have to push it down once, and all the steam comes out. The red indicator is also another way that you know. And quite frankly, it will not open. Did you hear this? It will not open until it's safe to open. Okay? So we just need to wait for this to finish its business. I do have everything ready to pop in that we prepped earlier. And it took, so it is 4 minutes for the white rice once it reaches pressure, and it took about 10 minutes for it to reach the pressure, just to give you an idea of timing. So yeah, it's almost done. It's our society, right? We stand in front of something that does things quickly and we want it to hurry up. Come on, little guy, get rid of all that pressure. I will point out that you can see it's at 2 minutes now. So, I hate dead air time, sorry. But we gotta let it do its magic and make sure that we're safe. I did notice that I forgot to put salt in the recipe. You can season it how you like with salt and pepper. I'll add my salt now. I don't think it'll make a huge difference. It was, how much salt was it supposed to be? Half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon of salt. All right, so it's done now. I heard the red thing click, so I can twist it. It makes a lovely noise. Lift it up. Be careful lifting it up because there is still going to be steam that comes out, but as you can see, I'm barehanded. It's fine, but there will be a lot of water. So you just want to shake that into your pot. Put this back here. To clean this, let it cool down and then wipe it down. Obviously, you do not put this into water. Maybe not obviously, but don't put it into like a sink. You just wipe it down. It's not going to be hard to clean. It's mainly just steamed itself clean. All right. Someday I'll have a larger kitchen, but for now this is what I got. All right, so looking good. Oh, the risotto. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. The risotto looks delicious. So now we just throw in the cheeses. I did cut up the cream cheese a little bit. So 2 ounces of cream cheese, 4 ounces of the old cheddar that we used the grater for earlier. So, and I am going to put that salt in now, but I forgot. And a little bit of pepper. You've seen me do this before. We like both. So, I remember that is hot. It's not going to, whoops, it's not going to burn you badly, but it's still a bit warm. So we're just going to let that melt and incorporate. You can tell when it's done because the cream cheese will be done. I wait until this is melted before I put the broccoli in. Oh, it smells so good. Now cleanup is a breeze, which is the other reason I love this. It doesn't clean itself like the cooking blender, but the steel pot, and we'll show you that. It's about the size of the pot just so you get an idea. It's so easy to clean, and guess what? It's dishwasher safe. So I normally, to be honest, just throw some water in it when I take everything out and it wipes clean. I very seldom have to scrub it, unless I've sauteed like mushrooms or something like that. It really just wipes out. but it also can go in the dishwasher. And then as far as the unit's concerned and washing it, just a wet, damp cloth. Like I spilled a little bit there and bringing this out to show you. We'll just wipe it out with a damp cloth. All right, the cheese is melted. Oh, I see one more piece. There we go. So then in goes the broccoli. It's last to go in because, well, we like our vegetables pretty crisp. Yeah, so you can, it says to set it to sear again. I was just remembering that. So I have to cancel the warmer, go back to sear for 5 minutes. I'll just start it and watch it. It's set for 20 automatically on sear, but I wanted to do for 5 minutes. And that'll heat it up again to fully incorporate the cheese and get the broccoli to where you want it to be. And that's it. And then when that's done, I'm just going to do it now. It's that half of lemon. So it cuts a bit of the sweetness of the cheese and all that, the risotto rice and all that yummy goodness. So in it goes. And in 5 minutes, that will be delicious. I am just going to give you I'll put it back in, but I want you to see how yummy and pretty it is too, right? Voila! Dinner! So, quick cooker, chicken, cheddar, broccoli, risotto. Super easy. I can do it. You can do it. All right. Talk soon, guys. Bye-bye.